Well, ladies and gentlemen. Well, so the 2023 Stanley Cup playoffs so far have been good, even though, obviously, yeah, I'm not going to talk about what happened to the Lightning, but I already raged about the Lightning. Anyways, let's begin in the second round. Let's begin the second round. By the way, I will be going to the rest. I will be predicting the rest of the playoffs. What I think will end up happening. First up, we have the Seattle Kraken and the Dallas Stars. The Stars have home ice advantage. The Dallas Stars beat Minnesota in six. I knew Dallas would beat Minnesota. I thought Minnesota was in. Seattle Kraken probably pulled one of the greatest upsets in playoff history. They won their first ever playoff series against the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Colorado Avalanche, in 7 games. This just shows you how deep the Kraken really are. The Seattle Kraken have some depth, and I think the Kraken are going to be. This is going to be tough for Dallas. Like, the Kraken are actually good. Ugh. And Stars, the Stars have some scorers. The Kraken better not take any stupid penalties because the Stars actually have a really damn good power play. Rope Hintz has been on fire. I think I think the Stars will win though, but it will go to 7 games. I say Stars in seven over the Kraken. I do think the Kraken can win because of the depth. And then moving on, we have possibly the best series of the second round: the Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers. Vegas is starting on home ice advantage. Um, the Edmonton Oilers, I felt like this is gonna be. Those who pick the Edmonton Oilers to win, I see why. But this will hands down be their toughest series. This will hands down be the toughest series for the Edmonton Oilers this season. The winner of this series is going to win the Stanley Cup. This is the Stanley Cup Finals. The winner of this series is going to win the cup. Um, the Oilers, their depth showed last round against the Kings. Connor McDavid didn't really have to do a whole lot. It was mainly the other guys, fucking Leon Draisaitl, aka the German Gretzky. I think the Oilers, their depth really showed. Like, people say the Oilers are like the Angels. No, not really, because the Oilers actually fucking have a team around McDavid and Draisaitl. Like, they have a team around them. People forget how good of a team the Oilers really are. The big issue with Vegas this year is they aren't fast. Vegas is not known to be fast. The the Oilers, they have speed. How you beat the Oilers? You gotta put speed against them and have a good goaltender. I felt like Winnipeg would have had a good chance of beating Edmonton as well because Connor Hellebuck is probably the best goalie in the league. Actually, he is the best goalie in the league. Um, I originally picked Vegas before the before the playoffs began. Now that I think about it, I think Edmonton's gonna. I think the Edmonton Oilers are gonna win this series. Yeah, that's right. I'm going with the Edmonton Oilers to knock off the Vegas Golden Knights and win the series in 7 games. This will be the Stanley Cup Finals. This is the Stanley Cup Finals. Moving on to the East, we have, oh boy, a series that pretty much no one expected to happen before the season began in the second round. The Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers. Toronto, you finally did it. You finally got out of the first round. Now nobody's getting fired, and you're gonna lose nobody because Ryan O'Reilly is. Oh my God, Ryan O'Reilly is definitely coming back. The Panthers. Oh, by the way, let's take a moment to laugh at the Boston Bruins. How the fuck do you blow a 3-1 series lead to the last team in the playoffs? You have a 43-point advantage over the Florida Panthers. You broke the NHL record for wins and points in the season, and you commit the worst choke job in NHL history, possibly the worst choke job in all sports, because you break that many records just to go one and done. Not just go one and done, but blow a 3-1 series lead where you had three chances to close it out, and you choke. Yeah, you suck, Boston. Um, yeah. But give Florida credit, they rallied from behind. Alex Lyon was terrible to start. Then they put in Bobrovsky and lost one game. Now let's see if Bobrovsky and the Panthers can carry their magic against Toronto. Wanna know what my answer is? I don't think so. I think it comes to an end, although I do want Florida to win because I hate Toronto and Toronto beat Tampa Bay. But I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think if Florida's run is gonna come to an end, I think the Leafs are gonna get the win here. I say Leafs win in 6 games. At this point, the East is gonna be between Toronto and we'll get to the team I think is gonna compete with them soon. Up next, we have the New Jersey Devils taking on the Carolina Hurricanes. The Carolina Hurricanes beat the New York Islanders 6. I was completely wrong. I struck out on that. I had the Islanders, if I'm not, I had Islanders in 5. So, a recap of the first round, okay? I had Boston in 6. Well, we all know what happened. I had Toronto in 6. That ended up happening. I had Islanders in 5. We all know that didn't happen. And I had I had the Devils in 7. That's exactly what happened. And speaking of the Devils, let's laugh at the Rangers as well. Now, if you're a Rangers fan, I am sorry, but you guys deserve this. How do you have all those superstars just go one and done to the fucking Devils, who everyone I know had you guys winning that series? Everyone I know said Rangers in 5, Rangers in 6, Rangers in 7. I had a few people I know even said Rangers in 4, and I'm like, this will not be a sweep. It will be a very good series. And while the Devils just bitch smacked them, the Rangers played like shit. You have all those superstars. All those superstars. You trade for Tarasenko. You trade for Patrick Kane. You got Tyler Mott back. You have Artemi Panarin. You have Mika Zibanejad. You have Adam Fox. You have Igor Shesterkin in net, who I heard was the second coming of Jesus. And yes, he is a top 5 goalie in the league. But you lost. You lost. It just shows you that you can't have really all those superstars and expect them to mesh together. They don't mesh together. That's why the Rangers lost. On to the okay. Let me recap the West as well. I had Colorado in 7. Well, I got the games right, but winner was wrong. I'm glad I was wrong there. Fuck Colorado. I had Dallas in 5. It was Dallas in 6. I had Vegas in 6. It was Vegas in 5, and I had the Oilers in 4. That was the only sweep in the first round I had, and well, that didn't happen. And it should have happened, but the refs fucked the Oilers in the first in 2 of the Kings wins. Now obviously back to the Devils and the Canes. I don't think it's going to be as close as everyone says it's going to be. I think the Devils are going to win in 6 games. I just don't think the Canes are that good. And while the Devils, they play well together as a group, and they are red the fuck hot. They are scolding hot. They were the hottest team not named the Edmonton Oilers entering the playoffs. I've talked about how the Devils are a sneaky team. I think the Devils are the only team that can compete with the Leafs right now is the Devils. And um I think the Devils are just a better team than the Hurricanes are. I wouldn't call Devils over Hurricanes as an upset because I just think the Devils are a better team, especially since Carolina is too fucking injured. I don't think they're going to beat a relatively healthy Devils team, although we do not know the status of Timo Meyer because Jacob Trouba is a headhunter, known headhunter. Um, so I'm going to say the Devils take it in 6 games. My Eastern Conference final is the Toronto Maple Leafs and the New Jersey Devils. My Western Conference finals is the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. Now let's dive into the conference finals. Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. The Edmonton Oilers. I said Vegas Edmonton winner is going to win the Stanley Cup. I'm standing by that. So by that logic, I'm taking the Edmonton Oilers to knock off Dallas. I don't think Dallas is going to be able to keep up with the speed that the Edmonton Oilers possess. And I think the Oilers are just going to like their defense is better than last year. Stuart Skinner and Jack Campbell are huge upgrades over Mike Smith, and you still have arguably the best forward depth in the league. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Zach Hyman, Evander Kane, Klim Kostin. Your defense with Matthias Ekholm, Evan Bouchard, Darnell Nurse had a decent series. Vinny Desharnais was horrible, but that wasn't the only horrible defenseman. Cody Ceci sucks, but everyone knows that. I say Oilers beat the Stars in 6 games and go to their first Stanley Cup final since 2006. Up next in the East, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs and the New Jersey Devils. The Devils and the Leafs, I feel like it could go either way. I do think the Devils are the only team that can compete with the Leafs. And with that being said, I do think the Leafs are the better team. I think the Leafs will win in the end. As much as I would want to see the Devils win that series, although I hate the Devils, I hope Carolina beats them. I would root for the Devils over the Leafs any day of the week, but I do think the Leafs are going to win that series, and we're going to have an All-Canada final. In 6 games, moving on, we have the Edmonton Oilers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Edmonton Oilers are scary. They're really scary. I have never seen an Edmonton Oilers team this scary in my life. The last time the Edmonton Oilers were scary entering the playoffs was 1990, and they ended up winning the cup. I feel like this is the chance. This is a good chance for Connor McDavid to get his first cup, and I think he will get his first cup in the end. And give me the Edmonton Oilers to knock off Toronto in 7 games, and your Conn Smythe Trophy winner is not Connor McDavid. It is Leon Draisaitl. Anyways, that is going to do it. I will see you guys next time. Peace.